I've got a theory. I'm going to talk about a few things, but probably in this video you're going to think that I'm wearing a tinfoil hat. But I'm going to say the quiet part out loud that a lot of us drone pilots are actually thinking. So let's go ahead and get into it. With a name like Drone Dead, that a lot of people are talking about something in the news lately. A lot of people haven't because they're not reporting on it a whole lot. A little bit, but not a lot. About these drones that are allegedly sometimes in clusters between 30 and 50. And then some of them are as big as SUVs, they said, like 6 feet in diameter. It's crazy. And so there's lots of, we don't know where they're from is the problem. And, you know, some people say that they're drones, other people say that they're planes. So I had a few questions that I see a lot of people asking, and I wanted to kind of go over that and kind of my thoughts on it. So one of the big questions I hear is, are they really drones? And that is hard to say because, you know, at that size, they're probably not drones. They're probably manned aircraft because that's a huge drone. If it's the size of an SUV, that's giant. So it would require a lot of power, either fuel or battery. That would be insanely large. Even like an agricultural drone is not that big. So I have a feeling that they're aircraft that are manned, and which could be one of the reasons why they're shooting it down, but I'll go over my big reason here in a little bit. But yeah, so I don't think they're drones. Another one is, are they coming from a mothership? We just had a congressman yesterday come out from New Jersey saying that he thinks they are Iranian drones coming from a mothership that are sending them out from the East Coast and then returning to said mothership. And we all know that our U.S. government has its strong points, and definitely its weak points. One of those strong points is definitely defense, and there's no way something large enough to house up to 50 of these drones that are the size of SUVs would be able to hide in the ocean. So there's no way there's a mothership that it's coming from. It's ridiculous. So yeah, no, I'm gonna say no on that one. Can't they just be shot down? Well, that does get sticky. If we don't know where they're coming from, there could be a pilot on it, so we can't shoot it down and kill somebody. We also don't know if it is a drone. It could have dangerous cargo like chemical weapons or, you know, things like that. It could cause an explosion if it went down, which could obviously injure or kill people on the ground whenever it fell. So no, you can't really shoot it down. Remember that spy balloon we had earlier this year that we didn't shoot down until it was crossed the entire country, and then we finally shot it down over the Atlantic? So, I mean, I guess we could over the water, but you don't want to shoot it down because we want to find out what it is, and if you shoot it down, you're probably going to lose it in the ocean. You're not going to have that opportunity. Another thing is, could it be a hobbyist? Some people think that it's just a hobbyist that is doing these cluster drones that we see at like shows and football games and things like that. I don't think that's what it is either. If I was a hobbyist that could afford a drone that size, especially several of them, the last place I would fly them is around sensitive areas where it's a high likelihood that they're going to shoot it down or, you know, cause it to go down. So I don't think that's what it is. The thing, I'll get into my conspiracy theory now. The thing I am so concerned about is that the military says they're not theirs, Pentagon confirms, but they also say they're not enemies, and they're not shooting them down. So here's my theory. Right now, if you're not aware, the drone community is facing a lot of enforcement by U.S. Congress. They're trying to ban DJI, which is the largest drone manufacturer in the world, and obviously a huge... the U.S. is a huge customer, but there's a lot of politicians in Congress right now that are trying to ban DJI. They're trying to get it on the FCC's Covered List, which means that they can't get approval. So it's essentially a ban, if you're not aware. So I honestly think, and let me put on my tinfoil hat, I think that this is a ploy by those Congress people to do something scary with drones and scare the American public so that they write to their senators and congressmen to support that bill to ban DJI because they think this is a scary Chinese drone and we need to get them out of our airspace. so that whenever they go back to Congress and they start to fight for this bill, they can be like, well, look how scary that was, what they just did to us. And people are going to buy it. So that's my thought. I mean, it may be conspiracy theorists, but you know, in the last decade or so in this country, a lot of the conspiracy theories ended up kind of being accurate, or at least more accurate than originally thought. So tell me what you think in the comments. This is a crazy, crazy time we're living in. I hope we get to the bottom of it and figure it out real quick. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you later, guys. Love you. Bye.